the crack, bro?
Yo, dude, what's going on?
Not too much, man. What's the crack with you?
No, nothing much, brother.
Man, I don't know how to fucking work this camera, man. It's like all kind of zoomed out and shit, but like, sure, look. All right. Anyway, lad, any story with yourself?
Dude, nothing much. Just fucking made my coffee, fucking ready to talk to you. I'm fucking excited.
Yeah, let's do this, man. Let's do this. I'm hitting
Dude.
the beer after this, so I'm happy out, like.
So I mean, to get like the obvious out of the way. So I mean, you're a faceless rapper, and I
Um,
mean, I feel like this is something we're seeing a lot right now. I mean, the two that come to mind are like Fat Boy from Brick Nasty. I mean, SD Kid.
yeah, for
And
sure.
I mean, I sort of have this like theory that it's sort of this growing up in social media and how, I mean, by the age where, let's just say fucking 16, there's probably like hundreds of photos of us online, whether it
Yeah,
be fucking parents posting photos of us on Facebook,
the
friends tagging
Facebook
it,
shit, man.
dude,
Men
friends
you
ta-
fallen soldiers to that Facebook shit, lad.
friends tagging us on fucking Instagram, and it's this sort of like exposure of self that isn't technically like our fault. It's not technically like our decision. So like I wanted to get like your perspective on this. Like what sort of like statement or what are you saying in this sort of anonymity, in this sort of like being a faceless rapper?
Do you know, I could say the obvious answer and say, like, it's kind of to get people to focus on the music more. But I think if I thought about it, I'd say what I'm rapping about and where I'm rapping from, it comes from a trauma that doesn't have a face. It comes from a trauma that affects the entire Irish being. And what I really focus on, and what I haven't really focused on my music up until now, but people will see it in my upcoming projects, is really just the post-colonial mindset of the Irish people, like in relation to land ownership and trauma. And I feel like from a rural perspective, definitely gives me a bit more insight on that. Like I've seen people fall out over land, like even like locally. And like I think that that's just a very like for example, one play or movie that I'd be very inspired by would be The Field by John B. Keane. And that's basically about a man who's driven mad by his own land. And in the end, it's all futile anyway, because he loses all of his animals or whatever. It's just, I think it goes to show, like, what I'm trying to explore in my music is just a struggle that has no face. And that's what Faceless is, I suppose.
Mm. Because I mean, Days Before Faceless that comes out, dude, tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow, man.
Yeah, dude, this is your debut EP. I'm not trying to put fucking pressure on you, but I mean, there is, I mean, some pressure in this being like the first chapter of what is Monka, right?
Yeah, yeah. There is pressure, but you know what? It's been building. I think the first time I ever promoted Muncáin was back in December of last year.
Uh-huh.
The first song I ever actually promoted was I Like It, but I left it up on my TikTok just for archival purposes. But if
Yeah.
you go back and listen to that now, oh my God, the mixing was fucking terrible. Like nothing was coming together. And I
Yeah.
just put in some random pictures. I'm pretty sure like it was just like a chopped up section of a fucking picture of Balenciaga lost tapes and fucking Paul Galvin, I think, which I mention on my album tomorrow,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, we'll talk
um
about that.
yeah. But that pressure has definitely been building for a long time. But like now that I can finally get it out and like I'm going into my leaving cert. So that's
Oh
basically
shit.
like think about your like SATs or
Yeah,
whatever, it's
yeah,
just the thing, like. And I'm just thinking about I wanted to get this EP out before the end of the summer. Because
yeah.
then, it's just off my mind. But I've been tending to this project for the better half of the year. So
That's crazy. I mean, to mention the project, I mean, you have the Kerry flag behind you. You just mentioned Paul Galvin. I mean, so you mentioned him in the first track, Ape Shit.
yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah.
I want to talk about Kerry. So what does home and community and Kerry mean to your music or mean to you and yourself?
I think it means more to me aesthetically than like physically. So what I think where I'd be coming from now would be like I really with my aesthetic, I do all my own like kind of designs and stuff. I have my Pelabure t-shirt on here, boys. But like I really draw from a lot of like kind of 2000s GA kind of nostalgia. And like I would have like I'd be very inspired now by like players such as Paul Galvin, for example, like in terms of like how he was able to kind of bring a fashion forward approach to,
Mm.
you know, the game of COD, or Pell Gaelic, like so I think mainly it's kind of the sporting heritage that kind of inspires me from Kerry, but also like the music and the Gaelin, which is the Irish language. Um, like for example, like I have an upcoming kind of tape called Unkiri Kmalahe, which means the cursed Kerry man. And that's actually inspired by a title of a Seamus Begley song, who would have been the Begleys are a very kind of important traditional Irish music family from Kerry. So it's mainly the things that inspire me about Kerry is the agriculture, the sporting heritage, and also like kind of the just the music of the old times, and John B. Keane, who's from Listowel. So,
Mm. And then, I mean, we were talking yesterday, and you mentioned Kate Bush, which,
Oh, lad.
which, dude, when you dead ass when I first saw that, I dead ass was like, maybe there's another Kate Bush that I'm not familiar. Dude, I was googling Kate Bush, not English singer, question mark, because I was like, maybe there's another Kate Bush that I'm not thinking about. But I mean, I started thinking about it, and then I was like listening to Days Before Faceless, and I mean, there is this sort of like unconventionality, this sort of like playing with sound, playing with stuff that I think you two share. So I wanted to get into that. How has Kate Bush inspired your music? Because I mean, it's when first hearing it, you're like, oh wow, like that's a really interesting sort of dichotomy.
Yeah. Like it honestly, I'd start by saying, you know, the music that influences us isn't necessarily indicative of the music we put out.
Right.
Like, for example, I know that Outkast did a lot of crazy shit, but
Oh
for
yeah,
example, like Big Boy from Outkast inducted Kate Bush into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
yeah,
And like they're two musical worlds apart, but
yeah,
she would be one of his like biggest musical influences. Same with Tupac.
yeah.
You know, like when Tupac passed away, he had in a vault written his list of favorite songs, and I'm pretty sure Wuthering Heights was up there. So, like, honestly, I feel like she has definitely a very kind of strong link to rap, but it's just not one that on the face level. But what I will say is Kate Bush not only was definitely a celebrity crush of mine coming up, like from Wuthering Heights music video and
Yeah,
everything, man.
yeah, yeah.
Some pure altogether, but like, The Dreaming, that album just means the world to me. The Dreaming is probably one of my favorite albums of all time in terms of just the eccentricity. I'd say if there was
Mm,
one thing I took from Kate Bush is the eccentricity, and this EP, I think, only scratches the surface. Like, I think that the point of Days Before Faceless is it really is just kind of samples. Like, I might only have one or two lyrics, but
mm,
then when I get to the actual project, I'm gonna explore all of these concepts. And I think Kate Bush is someone who, for example, on The Dreaming, explored all of like so many concepts such as the Vietnam War, Houdini,
mhm,
a relationship in the form of a house, like all in the Dreaming album. And I think just that symbolism and, the kind of not on face level eccentricity is really what inspires me by Kate Bush.
mm.
She's probably one of my favorite artists ever. And of course, inspired Bjork, everyone.
Yeah. And I mean, dude,
So.
so I mean, you really, what I really like, so I feel like it's sort of a thing that I've seen on social media that rap for a little bit has gone away from being political and speaking about politics. And I mean, I feel like if your music, you're going against that and actually speaking about something and speaking about what's going on, speaking about your community, speaking about Kerry. What made you want to do that in a time when rap is sort of straying away from that for whatever reason?
It's a good question. To be honest with you, a lot of it would definitely just be the world around me because I think it's definitely how I feel about my music is like I could go the easier route. I could just make, music that's very kind of derivative of UK or
Yeah.
US. And of course, I draw from those influences, but I think what really inspired me with Days Before Faceless was realistically just the want for original music.
Mm.
Like I felt the greatest achievement with this EP isn't how far it will go commercially, because I don't mind, but I have a greater sense of, appreciation for it because it's music that I actually want to hear. and it's from an account I want to hear. Now, there's someone who I'm going to talk about briefly here, and that's
Mhm.
Junior Brother. Junior Brother,
Dude. Yeah.
do you know him?
Yes. He just
Really?
got he was nominated for what Choice Awards last year, right? Or
Gway. I don't know about that, but I saw him first. He was opening for the Mary Wallopers, who are another Irish
yeah.
band in Killarney. And like he kind of like mixes the like music fucking hell. The like dexterity of American football and like Midwest emo,
Yeah.
all those kind of bands, math rock, with like really just like kind of like archaic and parochial descriptions of Ireland. And that's what really inspires me. And I said like, there's plenty of kind of like Sean-Nós traditional Irish songs written about the kind of land struggle, written
Mhm.
about, just Irish pishogues, for example. A pishogue would be like a curse. And I said, no one has ever done this through a modern lens of rap, like,
Yeah.
and that's just something that really inspired me. And like with the rapping and stuff, I think what inspired me to just do my own thing was because before I ever rapped, I only ever started rapping for fun it was around this time last year. Before that, I was strictly just a producer, and
Really?
yeah, completely just a producer until one of my friends, Gemini Bain, he was looking for a beat off me, and I sent him the beat to a song called "Yeah, Go Stream It." It's one of my craziest beats, but I just said I'd do a fucking verse in it because why not? Like,
Yeah, you're like fuck it.
fuck it, like,
Yeah.
and I just fell in love with it, like, and I love writing now. Like, it's producing and writing are definitely kind of on a level, like, and
Yeah.
I just said. Sorry, that was such a long-winded answer, but I
No,
think what
dude.
I'm really
Yeah.
getting at,
Yeah.
what I'm getting at in the end of it is like what inspired me to kind of do my own thing is because, there's always going to be a million people who might get popular quick and take the easier route of just kind of copying a sound and adapting it to an Irish kind of perspective. But, you know, I feel like I've truly done something unique with my music and I'll continue to do that. And, not even for anyone else, but I will only be satisfied when I know that I've done something unique, you know?
Right. So,
Yeah.
and I mean, to go back to Days Before Faceless, I'm loving this like promotion that you're doing on social media
Thank
with
you.
this like pre-internet sort of vibe. What made you want to go that lane when it comes to promoting Days Before Faceless?
Mixtape Lil Wayne. That's what I'll say.
Really?
Hearing I 2007. I have a hot take. 2007 Lil
Okay.
Wayne better than 2008 Lil Wayne because you had all the mixtapes. You had, for
Yeah.
example, my favorite Wayne mixtape, even if it's not official, is "The Drought Is Over" too, and that like no matter what song, even if it was a banger, you had to get used to this fucking tag that went the Empire, every fucking song, and it used to do my head in. But that kind of like Trapaholics, Evil Empire,
Yeah.
The Empire, whatever, that really inspired me, and that's why. And also, I just had fucking great crack doing the voices because I was like, "Days Before Faceless," the EP, like.
It's sick.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I just love the fucking those kind of pre-internet kind of aesthetics,
Yeah. Mhm.
and I feel like we're missing a lot of that like kind of originality in today's modern marketing sphere. You know?
Yeah, and I think that even goes back to this idea of being faceless, because I mean that pre-internet thing was there was still that anonymity with the internet, and still this idea of you can be on the internet and I mean be anonymous and be I don't know yourself without this I don't know it's overexposure of personality and all that stuff. So I think you're
Yeah.
doing something really interesting.
Thanks very much. I appreciate that, lad.
So, dude, so tomorrow, I mean, tomorrow, yeah, tomorrow, Days Before
Yep.
Faceless. I mean, I'm hyped. I imagine you're fucking hyped. You're
Oh, I can't
excited,
fucking wait, lad.
dude.
Can't fucking wait.
Is there anything like you want to you want to mention about the project? Anything about that?
I think the project is an 8 minute. I'll ask for people with this project
Yeah,
because I want people. I don't mind about it getting popular, but I want people to just feel it, and I want people to resonate with it. All I ask for in this 8 minutes is give me a chance. Give me a chance in this 8 minutes because you won't regret it. Like, and I'm pretty sure Devin, you can even agree with that. Like, it's a quick listen,
it is.
but
Yeah,
it brings you into a world. You know,
no, like I mean,
and
every track is like it's like oh wow, this is like I can tell. And I mean, we talked about this yesterday, where I mean, a debut EP is kind of nerve-wracking, where you kind of don't want to give away too much. You don't want to like
yeah.
show too much, but you're sort of like teasing your audience with like, oh, this is this dude, this is who I am. This is like an introduction, basically.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's definitely a teaser. It's like how I'd look at it would be like it's a taster. You know,
Mm,
you have very small snippets of what I'm going to discuss in my later music, but it's all wrapped into just kind of the cycle of paranoia on a night out. And the whole project actually loops from the very last Faceless that's said on the project. It loops straight back to the first song. And how this first song starts, Ape Shit, is with a clock tick, as if you're about to wake up. And the lyrics, I wake up, I roll out a smoke, head to the hour I talk. It kind of builds this routine.
yeah.
And it's kind of meant to say, like, it's the point of it is that, like, this cycle of paranoia is just always ongoing. And like within the Irish psyche, like obviously mental health is definitely a very silent suffering here. Like you never really,
Mm,
it's not really discussed on a mainstream level. And I think like that paranoia, like through the lens of a night out, like of course, it's something I've experienced. Like, and I think the fact that it's just in that loop, um, it goes to show that only one thing can break it, and that's acceptance. And to be honest with you, the song I like it. Not only is it a banger, it's kind of an anthem of just acceptance. I like it. And
yeah,
it comes right after the like psychological break of Paranoid Piano. So I'm very proud of the EP.
dude, I'm hyped. Fucking everyone, go listen to Days Before Faceless. I'm fucking excited, dude.
God knows, lad. God knows. I'm fucking buzzing and buzzing as shit, lad. I can't wait. I
Yeah.
can't wait. And shout out to Omax and Clovey, the two features on the project. And I want to give a special thanks as well to Afris Media, Christian Cole. You are the fucking goat, brother. I recorded a lot of this EP. Oh my god, the fucking train journeys up to Newbridge and Kildare from where I'm at, lad. Oh, grueling, man. But like I fucking have loved every time I was up at this guy's gaff and
Yeah,
recording music. Just such a and fucking I want to give a thanks to like just Clovey, Moon Santi, you know who you are, man. Like everyone, I want to give a thanks to As If Noticed as well. Just everyone who helped out with this project. And if I'm forgetting any names, I'm sorry, but um, just seriously, it's been a really fucking fun time, and there's a lot more coming.
yeah.
So
Monka, thank you so much for fucking talking to me. You're awesome, dude.
no problem, man. No problem. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed the EP. Do you
You,
have a favorite track?
I mean, Ape Shit was really good. I mean, I think Ape Shit is a perfect introduction to the whole project. I think it's a because I mean to go back to this idea of a debut EP being sort of nerve-wracking. I mean, I think the first track of the debut EP is even more nerve-wracking because it's like
Yeah,
that's the
it's your
first thing people are
introduction.
yeah, that's the first thing people are going to listen to.
Yeah, yeah, I get you. Yeah, like and it has to establish the character without revealing too much.
Exactly.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, do you know what I mean?
And I mean, I
But
think especially with being faceless, you're having to prove even more, I feel like.
yeah, exactly. Like that's the thing. Like, I mean, you don't have the kind of fucking like. I mean, you can't see my face. You can't see my emotion. I am a rock. I'm literally selling myself. I have to tell even more because the visuals sometimes don't show it. You know, but I honestly hope to do that through like my aesthetic and everything. I work very
Yeah.
hard in like my design, all the things. Like, fucking shout out to Pelador, lad. I need to fucking collab with you. I got the fucking Pelabure custom printed T-shirt here. A fucking lad. Oh my god, my the upstairs of my house smells absolutely beautiful. I'm fucking like I'm using this method called lavender printing, and you basically just print out a
Really?
fucking design on a sheet of paper, pour a bit of lavender on that shit, and scrape it with a spoon. You'd think that you were cooking up brown or something like, but it's just completely just a printing process, and it smells beautiful, so it's not too
Dude,
bad.
that's
But
crazy. Yeah, 'cause I did screen printing in high school, and but it was
oh,
just
sick.
like making the fucking board and but I
Yeah,
haven't heard
yeah.
of this like lavender printing thing.
Oh man, it's fucking ideal. It's like so cost effective too. I've made like a million t-shirts. Like I made one with the fucking Muncáin Banshee Bones design. Banshee Bones, brand deal. I'm looking for you, man. But yeah, like it's actually it's good crack to be fair. And I made one for Clovey as well. Clovey's one's fucking sick. I'm actually kind of pissed off I gave it to him. I should have made one for myself too.
You're like, fuck,
But
I should have kept it.
fuck, I should have done that, man. Yeah. But yeah, man. That's about it.
Awesome, Marcotte. Thank you so much. This was a fucking
No
great
problem,
talk.
Dev boy. Yeah. All right, so look forward to the EP. Lads, listen that shit in full, no shuffling, in
I
order.
agree.
Come on a night out with me, Muncáin in Killarney. So enjoy that. And shout out to Marcy's as well. I gotta fucking send that EP to Marcy's because I name drop that fucking pub about 10 times on the EP. So yeah. Sound out, Devin.
Awesome. Thank you so much,
All right.
brother.
KY, Muncáin, see
Bye.
you, bye.
Bye.
How the fuck do I end this call now?
I think I do here.
No bother, man. Have a good night, bro. Have a
You
good
too,
night.
dude. Thank you so much.
Also, free Palestine before I go. Free
Of
Palestine.
course, 100%.
Free fucking Palestine. We gotta get more of that in the fucking community, man. All right, so see ya.
Yeah, see you, dude.